tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine runs fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTG 3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Black metal flow, pounding beats to inside. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Are you listening?
Woof. Good morning.
Good morning.
Everybody.
Good morning.
You look at everybody. We're talking at once because we got the energy. Got the energy.
That energy.
I'll be drinking coffee. I've had 2 cups of coffee already this morning. I don't know if you can tell I've had 2 cups of coffee already, but man, I've had 2 cups of coffee and I'm feeling pretty good.
Pretty good.
My second one too.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Anyways, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise, the morning show. So happy that you're here. So happy you made it. We got MTG Hillbilly. We got Cookie Dude. We got Mugenful. We got a half of people today.
Yeah.
Today, yeah.
Yeah. Yes. It's a wonderful day. You know?
It ain't here, dang blaggit. Ain't no sun here, dang blaggit.
There ain't no someone here.
No, ain't no sun in the sky here.
No sun. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, the South is having a bad time with Mother Nature.
Yeah.
look, we got the ball pretty good.
Oh,
Run, everybody get out of here.
Run, where I live.
Okay, I'll leave.
I love that game.
Yeah.
no. Tabal.
How's it
Good
going?
morning.
Good morning.
Going great.
Good.
Good morning. Good. We got a good crew here now.
Yeah.
Good crew for a good topic that we'll discuss a little bit later. But man, I hope you had your coffee to ball because today
No.
is going to be a energized kind of day. It's going to shake your brain kind of day. Going to make you think.
Oh, no. Shake your brain.
I'm not good at that.
No.
You're good at thinking.
No more stress for the brain.
Because the ball is a thinker. That's why he works in a laboratory.
Yeah. That's a fair statement, I guess.
I can need to start your own TV show called Tabalt's Laboratory, starring
Yes.
Matt Saxon.
Yes, that's it. What the heck?
Right, dinging.
Yeah, yeah.
As my phone messages coming in from down under. I got a buddy in Australia that likes to chat.
Oh, where's he at in Australia?
I'm back.
Down under. I'm not exactly sure where he's at. One of the bigger cities, I think, are about 30 miles or so out from one of the larger cities. I'm not sure which one though.
Well, the largest city is Sydney.
Yeah.
And then the next one would be Melbourne.
So I think he's around Melbourne, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mom was born in Australia.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, yeah, I have a history of Australia.
Cool.
I've been there like 7 times.
Wow, it's someplace I'd like to go.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
It's very beautiful. Yes.
Except
If you
everything
get
there seems to want to kill you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. My great uncle was mayor of Sydney back in the 30s.
Wow.
Jeez.
Cool.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a different time.
Yeah.
But Sydney's a beautiful city. A lot of people prefer Perth, which is the western side of the country.
Mhm.
That's very beautiful. But like you said, there's always something trying to kill you in Australia.
Yeah. Hey, those kangaroos do pack quite a punch.
They do.
I shall see a kick, but whatever.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they get on their back tail and they put their feet up and they push.
Bam.
Yeah.
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 Mm,
Yep.
sounds like me getting out of bed.
Yeah, if you ever get opportunity, it's a great place to visit. But it is, it is very expensive.
Yeah.
But it's worth the trip. So
For
yeah,
sure.
yeah, because my mom was born in South Sydney. Her dad built a house there.
Wow.
In the I think it's right after the Depression. He built a house, and that's where she was born into. Uh, the house just recently sold a couple of years ago for like $7 million.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
but they
Crazy.
do it different in Australia. Like when you put your house up for sale, you
Mhm.
just don't put a sign. When you sell your house, it goes on an auction,
Ah,
and the highest bidder wins it.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
Yeah, you just don't go in and say, "I got $100 million. I want to buy your house." You got to bid on it.
That's weird.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Interesting.
You can go in to buy a house, and then all of a sudden it gets stolen from you.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You got to have the, I don't know, but the Australian dollar is not as strong as the American dollar. But
Yeah.
yeah, I got lots of stories I could tell about Australia because I spent a lot of time there. I went to school there for uh, God, maybe 6 years.
Oh, wow.
And they do it
Wow.
different. They have the same structure as the American schools, but they call them different. You got elementary school, and then once you graduate 6th grade, you go to a middle school, and then but they call it form, FORME. So first form would be like 9th grade
Ah,
here, and
Hmm.
but that was a long time ago. All the schools in Australia, all the kids wear the same clothes. They all have uniforms.
yeah.
okay.
There's none of this individuality stuff. You're all the same.
Yeah.
You're one of us.
We are Legion. We
One
are
of
us.
Legion.
Legion. Jeez. That's
So
a deep
Derek,
biblical
so
message.
Superfast has a little bit of Australian in him
Ah,
through the
Nope.
genes.
yep.
Yeah. Yep, that's true. You're Aboriginal.
No, you're not Aboriginal.
Yeah, I am completely Aboriginal. No one's original than me.
Yes, yes. That as they call them, nickname the Abos.
Yep.
No.
Which I don't know what they call, but they have the same problems like we have here in the States. There's still a lot of.
All right.
But anyway, if you ever get a chance, I'd take a 2-week trip over there.
Definitely.
Mm.
Absolutely.
All right. Let's say hello to some people in chat. See who's all here. James Willis. James.
Good morning,
up?
James.
Good morning,
Good
Constable.
Salute, James.
Salute. We got Mrs. Hillbilly. What's up?
Mr. Hillbilly, good morning.
Yep.
I see you allowed Hillbilly to stay alive for today's show. I appreciate that 100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I had to hide last night. That's why I'm here.
I bet. I bet you had to hide. You're always up to no dang gone good.
No,
Yeah.
I don't believe it.
You are watching Superfast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Woo! So, got the energy flowing, got the energy going. Going
Yeah.
awesome, going crazy, going nuts. We got some fun times ahead today in the show. It's probably going to be jam-packed full conversation because
Nice.
But first, we're going to have to get to the first segment of the day, which is rolling in by Hillbilly. What's the first segment of the day?
That is the
Card of the day. Combo breaker.
Woo! Ooh, combat. Yeah.
Ooh.
Impact trimmer.
Oh,
Nice.
Ooh.
This card
nice.
is so good. So good.
Whenever
Oh,
the creature in the battlefield under your control impact trim deals 1 damage to each. Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good commander card.
right. Yeah.
Very
Well,
good.
99.
I got this card somewhere, and it needs to go into my one of my dinosaur decks because there's an infinite creature combo that enters the battlefield, so
Yeah.
I can ping each opponent to death, so I can win the game.
Wing.
Yes.
Yeah,
What's the combo, or do you not want to say?
it's can't remember the name of the one card, but whenever a creature enters the battlefield, it pings a creature. And a
Mhm.
Polyraptor. Whenever a Polyraptor is dealt damage, he makes a token of himself.
Oh, okay.
So it makes infinite Polyraptor tokens. With Impact Tremor, it deals each token deals 1 damage to each opponent. If that's infinite, they die before it cannot fully resolve, like because it's an infinite go-ons. But if my
Right.
opponents die before the combo's finished, I win the game.
Nice.
Mm.
Okay. I was thinking maybe it would be something that included Thran Vigil and something, a creature with persist.
Right? No,
Because-
that's a pretty good one too.
Yeah, definitely. Because that creature will die. It will go back with a -1 counter. If Thran Vigil sees something come in from the graveyard, it gives it a +1/+1.
Mhm.
So if you have a sock outlet or whatever, that creature just comes back, die, sack it, do whatever, goes to the graveyard, comes back again, and it just goes infinite that way.
Ooh, infinite combos are good and saucy.
So when you see Impact Trappers, destroy it because it's a combo
Destroy it.
piece.
Kill on sight, bolt the bird.
Yes.
Instant removal.
Yep.
All right, this is why, my friends, enchantment removal is important in Commander.
Oh yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now let's get some pictures of the day. Boom.
Oh no.
Someone say it's Friday.
That face was so hilarious when I saw it. I'm like, someone must have doctored the eyes because those look too cartoony, but it was
Yeah,
hilarious.
those look
Yep.
Mhm.
not cat-like, but yeah.
Mhm. Meow. All
Wow.
right. All right. Then the next picture.
Good
The
times.
war cry.
Yeah, that's right.
You're
Friday,
right.
bitches.
Friday.
I thought it was hilarious. Like when I saw it, I'm like, I have to use that. I have to use that. Then next Friday, thank God it's Friday. But TGIF.
Oh yeah. Woohoo.
Yeah,
Got it,
DJ
Friday.
Kitty.
Oh.
He's playing a song, Catnip and Meow Mix.
Can't even yell it.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's right. And the next picture is a picture of Cookie Dude.
My weekend plans. That's right. That's
Right.
exactly right.
My weekend plan. Move just enough so no one thinks I'm dead.
Just enough. Yeah.
Yep.
But no. But that's me, all right.
That's right. I know you want to be more interactive.
Yeah. I gotta
I forgot to do one thing really quick.
Uh-oh.
I forgot to say, welcome to Super Fast Tours, officially sponsored by CardsUtopia.com, where you can get sweet Magic the Gathering dice bags like this, like that, or you can get cool commander plates, customized paintings, and this little D20 holder, right? And
Right.
you can get
Ah.
D20 earrings at
Oh.
CardsUtopia.com. So check them out.
Wow.
Cool.
Links in the description below.
One stop for all your gaming needs, huh?
Yep. River World, what's up? Morning, bros. Got to work soon, but dropping like. Thank
Morning.
you. Yeah. So now let's roll on to the next segment of the day, which is a segment that we actually got. Oh, wow. So remember, tomorrow there's not going to be a live show. So Sunday we'll use the question of the day that's in the lineup, which is awesome.
Cool.
But for today, we got a question of the day, and I'm trying to look for the thingamabob is right here.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
So the question of the day came from Coogie Dude. And man, he has a question that's going to make you think. It's because there's no simple answer to this question, but we got 4 of us here, and here it is.
Question of the day is, what determines the value of the magic cards? Thank you.
Okay.
Well, first of all, you can start with supply and demand.
That was gonna be my answer. To be honest.
The other thing really is, demand. It depends on the individual using the card too. I think there are cards that are super expensive, but they just don't fit in any of my decks, so I'm not interested in them. So you'd have to narrow that topic down to: are you still talking strictly price, or are you talking value as in utility and what's most useful?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well,
different answers.
I was asking monetary value, not the
Monetary value.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah,
Okay.
I would figure because Dad's a monetary kind of guy.
Gotta make that money.
That's right. So Commander, believe it or not, Daddy-O's, is not the only way to play Magic. There are different formats and different rulings for different formats when you play Magic. Like you got Commander, which is what you're starting into. Then you got Modern, you got Standard, you got Historic, you got Brawl, you got
Wow.
another format. I can't think of the names, but there's a lot of formats out there, like Legacy, right?
Yeah.
And they all include different cards. Where supply and demand comes into is if there's a card that's good for Commander, Legacy, Modern, Historic, Brawl, everything. The more places where that card's wanted, the demand for that card's higher. So it pushes up the price of the cards because they can't keep it in stock, and they want to get like sellers want to get the most money they can for that card that the people are willing to pay for it. So supply and demand between the different formats is the simplest answer I can give you.
Well, I'm going to use an example. Just like we all know, Sheholdert the Apocalypse is worth a lot of money. But the only reason why that card is worth so much money is because it's black, which I'm not saying black cards are worth more, but Sheholdert the Apocalypse can be played in so many decks.
Mm-hmm.
And by being able to be played in so many decks, so many people was wanting that card. And since a bunch of people are wanting that card price is why that card is so much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Bill Nye, the Magic Guy. What's up?
Yeah, just like myself, if I could get a hold of the Sheholdert Apocalypse, I got several decks back here that has black in it that can play that card, and that card can go in any one of those decks.
Mm-hmm.
And the usefulness in that case is based on what it does. It performs a lot of different functions in different decks. The reason there's different types of games or different types of the different type of games, the different, whether vintage or brawl or anything of that nature, they all have slightly different rules. But because Shieldred has so many different effects that it does, it's useful in all those different types, depending on what the bigger rules for the game that apply to the entire game are. It has uses in each of those formats and could go in just about, like Hillbilly said, any deck that has black will allow you to play that card. So it's useful. So it's based on the popularity of the different formats that it goes in. And then secondly, or concurrent with that, is the fact that it's useful in the things that it does. It provides you with life gain. It provides them with life loss, and so on. So there's a lot to the card as far as what it's doing that makes it valuable also.
Yep. Captain Waffles, hello. And so in that note, like in a tribal deck or kindred deck or whatever they want to call it nowadays, like dragon tribal, like your dragon deck, there are certain cards that are only good in your dragon deck, right? So that card probably won't have too many cards worth too many money because they're only good in one specific deck type, like dragons. But if there's a card that's good in any deck that runs, like say red, like say you have like a strong removal spell or a strong creature that's good in any deck that runs red, that means more decks will most likely want to run it, like a Polyprime Storm, which lets you cast spells for free off people's library. Like it's a cheap card because of the reprint value, but the value of the card keeps going up because people want that card in all decks.
Okay. Well, thank you for the answers.
But it's going pretty good here in the Turtle Creep house. The creep is growing.
Ooh.
So put it in layman's terms. Children broken.
Yeah.
Not broken. She's just pretty. She just must deal with target.
Yep.
She doesn't have hexproof. She doesn't have ward. She doesn't have shroud.
Yeah.
Ping her, the crap out of her. Destroy her. Get rid of her.
I mean, she's easy to get rid of. Just play the end card called the end. But then you get rid of all their childrens.
Captain Waffles. I think Children's a very good card, but not broken. Yep. She's not
I
broken.
agree.
Oh, you know what I forgot to ask is how you guys doing today? How you doing, guys? How you doing, Hillbilly?
I'm doing great.
Yeah, feeling good. How you doing, Cookie Dude?
I'm doing well. I'm doing very good.
All right. How you doing, Tabal?
I'm doing good. Coming off an extra night of playing Commander last night, and it's interesting because it ties into the topic I think of today. But we'll get to that in a little bit.
Yeah, Megan Full. How you chilling?
I'm doing very good.
All right. So let's get into the topic of the day. Topic of the day is called Revitalizing the Passion for MTG, which I really had to kind of shorten the title because I had a longer title. And it's like, you were running over 100 letters. I'm like, God damn it.
Damn it.
So sometimes we overstimulate and overwhelm ourselves with the love of Magic the Gathering. Sometimes we go straight into Magic the Gathering and play constantly for a while. Sometimes we watch too much content on YouTube and Twitch that we get burnt out of the game. As they say, too much of a good thing can be a bad thing. And we just need to take a break. Taking a break is okay and perfectly fine. We as humans love emotionally to connect or be emotionally involved with our hobbies. That makes sense because we spend money, time, and energy in our hobbies. We find friends in the hobbies. We take time from our personal lives to socialize, dealing with our hobbies. We love to interact with our communities. But sometimes we simply just get burnt out. So I want to talk about ways we can take breaks and things to do to reset and ways to revitalize our passions to get back into the game we love. I mean, sometimes we have to learn to discipline ourselves and do things in moderation. Let's open the floor to discuss the topic. And who wants to go first?
I can go first.
All right.
Well, yeah, playing Magic every day, twice a day now. Sometimes more than that, because sometimes that'll be 3 or 4 streams I do on Saturdays, and it's all Magic.
Right.
Well, in order to take a break from it, Saturdays is nearly impossible for me. But there's 7 days in a week. That's 6 days. I can actually walk away from it some. I mean, I still do my morning streams, no problem. I still want to do my afternoon streams, no problem. But there's time in between those that I can just say the heck with it. See ya. Don't want to play Magic.
Right.
And I will find something else to do, such as go outside, play with the dog, find something on TV that's not Magic related and watch some TV and just relax and don't even think about Magic no more until it's time for my stream again. And which is very healthy by me being able to do that.
Right.
But I still think about Magic just a little bit, but not as much as I am when I'm streaming.
Right. Because you're streaming, you're thinking about Magic all the time.
Exactly.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So
I didn't say milk the dog. I'm talking about playing with the dog. Go outside, throw a ball around in the backyard, let the dog chase the ball, bring it back to you. Hey, flag it.
That's funny. Funny. I gotta highlight that comic. That's hilarious. All right. So to add to it, like I don't get overwhelmed with Magic as much as I used to because I'm only playing like once or twice a week, right? Like this Saturday, I can't play again because I'm taking the time off for the wife's birthday. No show tomorrow. No Tabalt tomorrow. No Cookie Dude tomorrow. No Mugenful. No Hillbilly. It's just gonna be stay at home, revitalize the batteries, hang out with the wife on her birthday.
Nice.
Whoop, whoop. And why are you laughing? Did I say something?
Yeah.
I totally missed something there.
that's probably just as well. Just roll on. It's okay.
I'm just laughing because T-Bot was laughing.
Because what Captain Waffles put in the chat.
Jeez.
Lag it, Captain. Only if you ask nice and move for me.
No, my lord. I see it now. So, all right. So what I was saying is, so like I put myself in a position where I'm not in too much Magic, but there used to be a time I used to do Magic all the time. Used to hit the game shops every day. Used to be a game shop rat. The rat just hung out at the game shop all the time. If I wasn't working, and I know I wasn't home, I was at the game shop trying to get people to play Magic of any sort, from Commander to Standard to drafting. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So, but like when you get too much and you start watching YouTube content, like trying to learn the best cards, the value of cards, like Heroes and Legends is a good channel if you want to like keep up with the movers and shakers. Basically, that's his thing, Or you watch people who like to bicker and contemplate the value of Magic collections, whatever, and you get too much stimulation, too much information. Becomes overwhelmed, and all of a sudden the game you love just feels like too much.
Yep.
You just need to take a break, which is fine. Like, go ahead, take a break. Try to pick up a different hobby. Go out for a pizza. Go out for a walk. Because the same is true as like when I'm working on a graphic design project and it's a couple hours or so, and I get so frustrated, or my eyes are so used to seeing the project from the scratch beginning where I know where I'm at. I just don't know how to feel about it. I have to step aside, go out for a while, like do something different for like a few minutes or so. And with Magic, it'd be like a couple days or so. But like it's a project, it's a few minutes or so. Come back with fresh eyes, look at the project, and I get a better vision of judgment because my brain kind of has time to relax and forget what I've seen. Then I look at it as something new, and I'm like, oh, now I can see how more people would react to it. And with Magic, you got to step away for a day or two, right? Sometimes you have to kind of cleanse the brain of Magic for a second, like get that refreshness, And so what are some ways that we could cleanse our brain from Magic? That's one thing I wanted to talk about because that'd be interesting because it's not cool. It's not really cool to talk about taking a break from Magic without giving some fun ideas. If you want to have some fun ideas, like I know Knott's Berry's Farm is a good one place.
That's where you take Magic packs with you and you open them there. What I was going to say, before I step too far away from Magic, a good way that if you don't, maybe you're not quite ready to step away from Magic completely at this point, a good way to revitalize your love for it or whatever is to teach somebody else or to slow down and play a game with somebody that is brand new to the game or slightly new to the game.
Right.
This is what happened with us last night. My wife and I made arrangements to meet a couple of people that were new to the game. One was an older returning player, and the other was somebody else that was new to it. And we took, I think we sat there for maybe 3 hours and only played one game, but nobody was in a hurry. Nobody was in a rush to do combos or anything. We discussed the cards as we did it.
Mhm.
So it wasn't drudgery, even though even though we played a 3 hour game, it didn't necessarily feel like that because everybody was interacting with everybody's cards and slowing everything down to a pace where everybody could keep pace, whether it was the new player, whether it was the returning player. For me, that's been playing regularly for a lot longer. So that was one way. Another way to revitalize yourself is to play somebody else's deck. You can find their interactions or maybe see about what they were thinking and look at things from a new perspective. Separately from that, though, you're right. It is important to, at some point, step away from it completely. One of the question you had a couple days ago and stuff about your favorite franchise and stuff. Maybe sit down, read a book, maybe watch something, and maybe even then, like Hillbilly said, you never really stop working on Magic, especially if you're a content creator or whatever. But you might find inspiration, you might find some nuggets of wisdom, or you might find some more inspiration from other sources if you broaden your horizons and you go out and you consume other things, whether you watch more media, read different things, maybe talk to different people on different subjects. You might come back to Magic and stuff revitalized and finding a new way of using Magic cards or a new way of looking at things and stuff.
All right. I got a story that's pretty interesting for me. Meaning I find the story interesting because I lived it. I was there. So I actually saw a guy who was probably around my age back then. So I was like early 20s. He's probably near his 40s. He was out of Magic. He had his old collection, his box, and we were at the game store, and he came to sell his collection to the game store, right? Well, the store owner was busy with a couple things, but he says, but he told the guy, he says, yeah, I'll look through your stuff. If you want, you can go. And he pointed at us at the table and says, see if they want to buy some of your cards and stuff while you wait. Dude, we jumped on that. We're like we didn't have the phones to price check everything, but back in the day we used to be really good at knowing the price of cards. We were looking at cards, buying them, getting deals off this guy, right? And he ate it up, dude. Like he was like trading, like I was trading cards, he was selling cards to the people. The store owner was okay with it because he gave him the idea, right? This saw his interest in the community for the Magic game, that he, instead of selling his collection, even though he sold stuff and traded for stuff, got back into Magic because the community was so vibrant.
Right.
Yeah.
It's important to have people that you can spend time with or that you want to associate with and stuff.
Right. The SFT using the back of my day card. Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, sometimes sometimes it's not Magic they need a break from. Sometimes it's your friends you need a break from. It's okay to take a break from your friends. It's okay to have enough of friends. Like sometimes you get so used to something you don't realize how much stress or how much it puts on your socialism. Not socialism. Blech. It puts on your brain. All right. Your social life is what I meant.
Yeah.
It puts a lot of stress on your brain. Sometimes it's okay to take that break because there's been times where I had too much time with my friends and playing Magic that I had to go back, relax, and when I started winding down my brain, I started thinking of like different decks. But Tabal is right on one aspect. Sometimes you need to just shift your gears because, like, for example, this Valky Got Eli's deck's been one of the toughest things I worked on because it's not my color pie of things I like normally. So it's been really interesting to try to gather around and form this deck and try to see how it plays. Like I need to play it again, and it sucks that I won't be able to play it for a bit. Because tomorrow I won't be here. to play. But like I need to play it some more and get more attuned with it because it's an interesting way to look at Magic. I mean, playing a game with kind of bad draws. I mean, when Phyrexian Arena is your best draw spell, you're hurting. And I love Phyrexian Arena. But like I'm even running a Dark Tutelage in the deck, and that's worse than Phyrexian Arena. Still good, but worse. Hey, look, Hillbilly. I know you don't like losing life for cards, but I like winning enough to take the life.
Sometimes it's worth it. Sometimes that's the only play.
Right.
I actually have a Phyrexian Arena in this back here behind me. Didn't realize I had that, but I do.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Very nice.
You should put it in one of your decks that run black.
Yeah.
Actually, it'd probably be good in your Mothman deck, to be honest with you.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because like with being one card, because you got some decent amount of draw, but like to have that consistency 2-card draw each turn is worth. That's why it's worth the 1 life. It's not getting 1 card for 1 life. It's giving you 2 cards a turn for 1 life. Instead of drawing your 1 card for a turn, you're drawing 2 cards, and that's why it's so good. It's 2 for 1, basically.
True.
Again, having more options makes it more viable to do different things.
Right.
Yep.
And so sometimes, like what we just did, talked about a little bit of deck strategy. Sometimes you need to do that to break the chain. Sometimes you need to think outside your box, which is what I was talking about. And Tybalt was mentioning.
Yep.
I see Tybalt drinking some coffee there. That's a cool looking cup.
That is, yes. Halloween too.
Oh.
It's actually hot apple cider, and it's like super hot.
Super duper hot.
Yeah.
If you want to add a little spice to it, you can pour some sriracha and honey in there and mix it up.
Ooh, yum.
Get you some moonshine.
I got a bottle of Everclear somewhere in here.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
See, look,
Yeah.
James Willis got the right idea. You only need 1 life to win the game.
True.
That
That's
is
right.
true. Yeah.
I want plenty of games on Arena with just 1 life.
Right?
Well, I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum here because I don't have that immerse in Magic that you guys have. So I don't need to take a break. I need more.
You need more.
Need more.
So I mean that's like I said, the perfect example of revitalizing my love or our love for the game and stuff is helping you to learn the game, helps us reappreciate maybe what we first fell in love with in the game, or may get us to look for different strategies or synergies and stuff, just because you're going to have questions that maybe we haven't thought of. We came up knowing Magic, or having learned all these things already, and having to break them down to discuss it to somebody else. If you're doing that as a teacher, you're going to find new ways of communicating information, and that's going to help you kind of dissect what you're thinking as you play these cards or so on, or giving reasons for things. So that's another reason why it's good to have you here, because it helps revitalize what we're doing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
it's. I mean, I find the game very interesting. I haven't played all my cards yet. I've only played a few, and I'm learning stuff from Hillbilly and Superfast and Utah that what the cards do. I just got to figure out how powerful the cards are.
Right.
And
the more you use them, the more you're going to figure that out and stuff. And I was actually going to tie it back around to the Shieldred card we were talking about earlier, which is Hillbilly. If you put that arena in there and you put the Shieldred in there, suddenly Shieldred's not it's not making, or rather the arena's not making you lose life. Shieldred's gaining you life, so you're coming out further ahead.
True.
So that's another reason why that Shieldred card is so good, because it negates the effects, and the way it synergizes with other cards can become very important.
Mm-hmm.
So that's another thing that's going to add value to that card.
A year from now, Cookie Dude will be kicking everyone's butt.
I look forward to that.
Me too.
What is it? Cookie Dude got a taste of the magic dragon. Now he's chasing the dragon.
Yeah. Yeah, the magic card.
Oh, my joke is because you're running a Dragon's deck.
Yeah,
It's simple.
yeah.
Dragon's deck.
I got it. I got it.
Yeah. Just making sure. Just making
That one
sure.
went right here. It went right here. It didn't go over.
I know we need to get some more games in. I
Yeah.
got a weedy today, so maybe if
Well,
there's, I don't know.
whenever
Yeah.
you guys, whenever you guys got
Well,
time,
everybody's playing today. You can try jump on his stream.
yeah, I
Who?
can try. Here, Billy.
Yeah, that's
he's
tomorrow.
Oh, it is tomorrow. Yeah, no, tomorrow. My
Tomorrow,
brain-
I'll be out. Tomorrow is my dialysis day, so
Oh yeah, I forgot we started doing things on Wednesdays, and
yeah.
didn't do nothing on Wednesday.
Well, yeah, Wednesday seemed to be a good day for you.
Oh, Casey took Wednesday off, so I was hanging out with her.
Yeah,
And
it's all right.
yeah,
I mean, you guys got lives, I'm patient.
Yeah.
Bill Nye, the Magic guy, says I'll be here. Whoop whoop.
But yeah, tomorrow is the Commander games.
Commander game. But I don't have any. I don't have any computer generated cards.
Why do you need computer generated cards?
Oh, you're gonna play on? I'm not understanding. You
Spell
play
table.
a live game or play like
Yeah.
how
Well,
Hillbilly stream?
It's a live game with cards.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. With cards. All right.
Yep.
Gotcha. Well, yeah, I'm not available till 6 o'clock your time. 6 or 7. And then when I get done, I'm pretty wiped out.
Pretty booted.
Yeah. You don't know how much it really takes out of you.
Right.
Hope you guys never know. Just yeah, enough of that.
Enough with that.
Enough with that.
You don't need that. You're doing pretty good. You're standing tall. You're still looking handsome.
Yeah.
Oh,
looking handsome.
You want to know something handsome, right? Sunday question of the day is going to be by Mugenful.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sunday. Yes, Sunday.
But
That
for
should be a good
now, Hillbilly, what's the next segment of the day?
Are we going to the
What?
Movers and shakers. Here we go. We got Free Strider Lookout going out 67%, down to $2. That's actually pretty good. 52% at $227. We got Caustic Bronco actually moving up pretty decent. We got plus 5%
Wow.
at 1024. We got Virtuous Strength. Virtuous Strength doing pretty good. That's pretty solid. Then at plus 3% at 1292, we got Gauntlet Stampede Tyrant. This card was moving up a lot earlier, and it's just climbing up now. That's pretty good. This got Dinosaurs pretty good for the green deck. 1% at 24.99. Or your Talk Deepest Foundation, not moving too much, but supplanting its throne at its where it sits. Now, 4% at 569. We got Ren and Rumbreaker. I think it's seeing an increase because the 6 was spoiled, and people are probably going to try to build a deck to theme it around Ren and 6. Now we got plus 4% at 375. We got Splendid Reclamation. Splendid Reclamation doing pretty good. And we got 3% increase on 474. We got Temporary Lockdown. Temporary Lockdown doing pretty good. Look at that. A 1% increase on 995. We got Awake in the Woods. Awake in the Woods doing its work. People are playing again. Playing it. It's working for people. It's doing good in Commander and other formats. Got plus 1% at 920. Got Virtual Loyalty. It's crazy because the Black Virtue is the best one, I think, and I don't see it on this list. That's interesting.
I think I want to disagree there because I think the Virtue Loyalty is better.
Hey, if you don't like reanimated creatures, it makes sense.
Mhm.
Negative 8% at 1502. Hostile Negotiator, pretty good card. Down 5% at 1435 final showdown. Pretty good. Probably one of the best board wipes we've seen in a while in a format where we have too many board wipes nowadays.
Bite your
Down
tongue.
4%. What?
I said, bite your tongue.
Bite your tongue. That's right.
How dare you say there's too many board wipes?
Down 4%, 1569. You got Geeks Yawgmoth Parader. Card's pretty good, pretty powerful, pretty saucy. Down 2%, 2836. Got Sword of Wealth and Power. This card's just moving a lot lately. It's been up, it's been down, it's just moving around. Down 2% to 2755. Got Volborn Tyrant. This is a good card. I do want to copy this for my jankier dinosaur deck because it's pretty good. It's pretty expensive, but it's seen some power. 2755 being Volborn, harder to get. The price tag means the demand for this card is higher than the supply. Down 2%, 1772. Herbarask. Herbarask is just chilling out here at 1772. It's going to be a $20 card in a couple months. Watch that. Down 1%, 3904. You got the Meat Hook Massacre. This card is being awesome. Then down 2% in 1908. You just got basic children. Not the Apocalypse Children, but just basic children. Yeah, I remember buying this card when it was like $3. This card is cheaper or more expensive. That means my value went up. Down 5%, 537. Got Leyline Binding because it's just a tricky deck, a tricky card for a tricky deck. Card is doing pretty good. And down 3%, 930. We got Sword of Forge of Frontier. Boom. Sword of Forge of Frontier. I look at that and it reminds me of like a whacking stick, like for a game, like a paddleball or something like that. Yeah, it doesn't look like a sword. It looks like a game piece. And that, my friend, has been the Movers and Shakers.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
I hope that segment's not too bad. All right.
That's interesting.
Interesting. Yeah. Anybody have any questions they want to ask in chat or here on the show? Anybody want to revitalize before we move on to the deck of the day?
I played a different format that I've never, ever played before.
What?
I played Brawl on Arena for the first time yesterday.
How dare you try a different format?
It gets worse. It gets way filthier and dirtier than that.
Bro.
I did it with a net deck and accidentally stumbled on I'm pretty confident saying is a tier 1 net deck with Grenzo, the Jailer, the new one. Oh my gosh. Much as I hate alchemy cards, and I still continue to hate them, and I feel dirty using the deck, but it is awesome. And it's undefeated in the, say, 20 games that I've played with it.
Right.
It is even when I misplay, the deck still performs.
Wow.
So that is crazy. Like, I don't know how I feel about that, because part of me says there's no way I should be able to net deck a deck and just kill everybody with it.
Right.
But I did, and I could. So how do I feel about that? I don't know. It's giving me something to think about. I am going to try to build on Arena, because I've stayed away from it specifically because I play so much Commander. I knew that I wouldn't be able to translate any of my Commander decks to the digital format. I wasn't going to be able to play any in there. But now I'm actually thinking that I'm going to try to build one from scratch and see either how close I can come to building one of my already decks, or maybe I need to design something entirely new.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. It sounds like you're going to be a degenerate player in no time.
You still got to keep that legacy alive.
Degenerate like the zombies behind you. Degenerating.
Yep.
All right. Now we're going to go to the next segment of the day. Which Hillbilly knows what the next segment of the day is.
Oh, yeah. It is time for the
Deck of the Day.
The Deck of the Day is brought to you by Red Cub Leather. High-quality leather deck boxes and merchandise. Customizable options are available. The link is in the description box below.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess, and I change.
All right, so we've covered this deck before because I want to remind people that Rafika the Mini, this deck I'm about to show you, is a deck you can win when we reach 1,000 subscribers. You'll get this deck sleeved in a deck box and a sweet Taurus playmat. It will be chill. This deck costs around $153.73 because it's pretty much a bulk build, not a bulk build, but a commander pre-com build that I put together myself. It's pretty strong, stable, and does what it needs to. Even runs more board wipes than my regular Feek deck. Its salt summary is about 30%. That's actually pretty good for a budget build. All right, we got Rafika the Mini. Rafika the Mini. Click on it.
Can I stop you for just 1 second before you get too deep into this?
Yeah.
I wanted to ask, how does it? Well, first of all, does it automatically calculate the salt score? And do you know what that's based on?
Yeah, so the salt score is based on how many win conditions that they see, how many turns it wins by when it puts together, meaning how many interaction cards are there and how interactive the deck can be. Like for instance, right here is a very an interactive part. This deck likes to win like pretty fast, but the salt score is more based on how fast to win before people can interact with this deck particularly. That's because like I noticed the salt score is different for some people, and usually it bases off the power level. But this thing, I don't know if it knows the salt score of this deck. This deck is pretty powerful, like for a pre-conish deck. But all right,
sorry about that.
No, you're good. I'm trying to bring up this card to see. Fake of the Mini costs a generic, a green, white, and blue. It's a 3/3 exalted. Whenever a creature attacks alone, gets +1/+1 until end turn. And he also says whenever a creature control attacks alone, it gains double strike until end turn. And how this works is you don't care about Rafik attacking alone. You care about a creature attacking alone, just in general. Like if you notice, we got two creatures right here. The Aven Squire, flying exalted. Aether Cast Knight is a 1/3 with exalted. You care about your creatures costing 1 mana or less. Hell, we got Noble Hierarch. It's listed a ramp, but really, she's in here for the exalted. All right, let's be fair. All right, and if you look over here for the card draw, you got Audacity, Cold Eye Selkie, Eidolon Blossoms, got Gala, Kindler Hope, lets you play artifact equipments and auras from the top of your deck. Got Kestia the Cultivator. This is like these two are stripped from precons right here, Gelia and Kestia, and they're really good for precon style decks. You got Core Spirit Dancer. You got Looter Elcor, which is underrated, people. Play Looter Elcor. You got Mesa Enchantress. You got Moonstruck Hacker. He's an enchantment. You care about him attacking alone. Satyr Enchanter. Setessan Champion. You got Saram Senior Edificer. Thassa's Emissary. You got and you got Vidalcan Heretic as cards that really bite the butt. Like this. These creatures kick butt because they're cheap, they're effective. Now, the highlight, Kestia the Cultivator and Kigali Kinder Hope, they're here just to supplant the theme, and that's what they're here for. And scroll down. All right. And Thassa's Emissary is in here just as like the filler card to help you draw, but it's an enchantment that can become a creature. It's just there to be backup if you use it as the aura side. Or it's a good creature if you want to build it up 4-drop. Replaceable. This deck was built for you to upgrade if you want to upgrade it. But there's a lot of good cards in here. So one thing I want to highlight in here is the recursion package, because that's important. Now, the one card I could not get for this deck, because it's like $85+ is Replenish. I got Bruna Light of Alabaster as a winning strike creature. When she attacks, you can attach all auras from the battlefield that you control or from your hand or to the graveyard onto her. Pretty solid. Yeah, Crystalline Dragon for 2 mana. You can return an aura or artifact from your graveyard to your hand or play as a creature. It's actually in here mainly for the spell side more than the creature, but hey, it's a creature. You got Mantle of the Ancients, which is an underrated card for its price. It's like $1.97, but it's pretty good. 5 mana, returns all auras and equipment from the graveyard to a creature that you attach its aura to, and that creature gets +1/+1 for each aura and equipment that's on the enchanted creature. Pretty solid, good recursion. Then Retether, which brings back all your auras from your graveyard to the battlefield. Oh yeah. So what separates this deck a lot from my main deck is you got good spells like Aetherize to help improve, lighten the board, Banishing Light, Banishment, Guildspire, Oblivion Ring, Path to Exile. Quasali Pride Mage is technically not removable, but you can sacrifice them to destroy target artifact or enchantment. You got Swords of Plowshare, you got Time Wipe as a board wipe, you got Winds of Abandon as a removal and a board wipe, varying on how you use it, and Wrath of God. Pretty solid. Right there. Now for some fun stuff, you got Finest Hour has Exalted, and whenever a creature you control attacks alone, does combat damage to the player, I believe. No, if it's the first combat phase and untap that creature, yeah, after a creature attacks, you get an additional combat phase. It's pretty good. You got Grafted Ward Gear, which is pretty solid. You got Geisting Taft just as a hexproof creature that creates 4/4 angels when it attacks. You got Corrupted Conscience in here because there's no cheaper version of this to throw on your own creature. But even though Corrupted Conscience can steal a creature, Corrupted Conscience loves to be put on one of your own creatures because you got Aqueous Form, Behemoth Sledge, Invisible Stalker, One with the Wind, Raincore, Spectral Flight, Unflinching Courage for auras to attach to a creature to make them bigger. Oh, yeah. You're going to be swinging huge. And, like, you think that's bad, right? You got all that glitters. You got Ancestral Mask. You got Bone Splitter, Darksteel Axe. You got Eidolon of Countless Battles. You got Eldrazi Conscription. You got Ethereal Armor and Helm of the Gods. Just to make the small creatures huge. This deck tempos out pretty well. And in the protection category, you got Canopy Cover to give a creature hexproof. You got Esther the Mask, who puts mask tokens on things. You can see I purposely put in 3 different commander options. So you have 4 different commander options for the deck if you want to swap them out and try different strategies. You got Mask of Avacyn, gives a creature hexproof, same with Shielding Plaques to draw a card too. Spirit Mantle. Don't underestimate this card. Protection from creatures means unblockable. Swiftfoot Boots, Thran Power Suit, and Venom Throat. That's good spells. So this is a very good pre-conish deck that will get you places. Pump full of good cards. Has more recursion than your average pre-con deck, but has more spice and theme and flavor. Because Wizards was nice enough to make different decks that work together, different strategies that work together. And Rafik the Mini is one of my favorite commanders, so I wanted to share that. And my friends, that has been a deck of the day.
Cool.
Cool. Hello. And I hope you enjoyed that, my friends, because that's a deck you can actually win when we reach 1,000 subscribers.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's
Yes.
right. Look at the ball. He's already putting in his entries like 500 times.
I'm trying to enter these.
He's making like hundreds of burners. Like, he's going to make 100 burner accounts to subscribe 100 times. I'm kidding.
Get you up to that 1,000 points.
Right. But anyways, yeah. Like I said, that deck will come in a deck box, sleeved in super fast tortoise sleeves with one of my play mats for the channel. So it's going to be ready to go, banger kind of card. Yeah, or kind of deck. It's awesome. I'm excited. And with that, we're rolling in to the late game, and that means we're going to hit the shill section, starting with Hillbilly.
All righty. We have 443 subs. Anyway, today I will be doing another arena stream at 2 o'clock. And if there's a certain card you want me to brew with or a certain color, make sure you go to my last stream, leave a comment on that stream, and I will do it. And tomorrow at 2 o'clock Central Standard Time, it will be a commander game instead of arena. Right. Saturdays are going to be different than Sunday through Friday. And other than that, let's keep getting the channel to grow. And I do appreciate each and every one of my subs very much. And that's all I have to shill for today. But let's keep up the good work.
Anything you want to chill out, Cookie Dude?
No. I'm pretty good. I've just got to make a note. I'm still trying to figure out how to put my videos onto my channel. But, that's something I've got to play with. But other than that, I'm good. Thank you.
Yep. Moving full. Anything you want to chill out?
Nothing today.
Nothing today. We got the ball. That's right. Look at that handsome face.
Indeed. So to chill, I don't really have anything. Just head to Instagram if that's something you do. Look for me there, Tybalt_apprentice. You can always find me here on YouTube. Next video is coming out, I believe. I might have to approach that subject of Brawl, excuse me, and see how that goes. That should be another video coming up. I've got a few games in the can already. Yeah, so we'll save those. But yes, you'll be looking for more videos coming up this week and stuff. And hopefully I will get a chance to join somebody on the weekend here for a Commander game.
Yep, boo. Hello. Hey, look at me. It's Super Fast Tortoise, and I'm here to say today is Friday. Almost said Saturday. Friday. And tonight we're playing some more Horizon Zero Dawn for the game. I'm used to saying Spider-Man, but we're done with Spider-Man. Spider-Man's been completed. We're playing Horizon Zero Dawn. This game, the graphics are nuts. And I'm killing dinosaurs, hunting dinosaurs. It's kind of rude, but yeah. Game. It's going to be part 2 of the series. It's going to be fun. And I hope you guys have a good day. And I want to thank everybody for joining the show. Thank you, Hillbilly, Cookie Dude, Tybalt, Moving Full.
I just want to give Bill Nye, the Magic Guy, a shout out.
Take a shout out. What's up?
The Magic Guy.
I believe he's got a YouTube. I believe he's got a YouTube channel.
We'll have to check it out.
Yeah, well, hold on a second. Bill Nye, the Magic Guy.
Bill.
I'm trying to. Oh, here we go. Yeah, there's nothing on his channel.
No. Well.
But if you want to check out, Bill Nye the Magic Guy's channel, here we go. There's the link. Take a shout out, Bill Nye the Magic Guy. So I'm still editing videos, but I should have something soon. Well, keep in post because I know in a couple months you're turning 18 and you want to be on the show. So check it out. Would love to have you. Love to get you there. All right. And Pant Laza's broke. All right. But anyways, we're over time. Thank you guys for coming along. Thank you for chilling out and hanging out with us. And always listen to the great leader, Megatron.
Shockwave! What is your command, Megatron? Subscribe for Magic the Gathering and other content for evil fun.